this was quite some time ago. I don't think I've shown PJ before. So I bought myself a PJ Berry, who people might recognise from Parappa the Rapper. I bought a PJ Berry a few years back from the Kid Robot store in London for about 25 quid. Because I happened to pop there with some friends and I saw it, I was just like, oh my god, they made a PJ Berry physical toy. And I popped back there recently because I was going to a Adam Buxton bug thing, and they still had him, and he was, I think, £12 I paid for him. Does he still have a £11.99 for a PJ Berry teddy? So I have two of these now. One sits on my desk at work, and this guy sits up over there on the shelves. He sits just above Eddie next to a Toro, and he's the cutest thing in the world. If you don't know what Parappa the Rapper is, you should go play it. It's awesome. But PJ is one of Parappa's mates. He's a bear who loves to stuff his face, and he's also a DJ. But he's got kind of cute little button limbs, which kind of lose after a while. My one on my desk is kind of in the same position like this, and these don't really move as well. As Kid Robot, I think it's an official, like, yeah, Rodney Allen Greenblatt, who's the dude who kind of designed Parappa the Rapper and everyone. There is a little girl as well who's Sweetie Bansha. However, she was still £25. I didn't want to buy her, and I don't really recollect seeing her that much, if at all, in the game. So I just bought him. He's awesome, the coolest thing in the world. I think you can occasionally find them on eBay or on eBay. If not, pop down to the Kid Robot store if you're in London. It's near Tottenham Court Road, right near Forbidden Planet Way, just down a little alley, and you might be able to find one. But awesome. It's like the coolest teddy in the world. People might be annoyed that I'm showing this, but he's totally gaming merchandise. So I'll pop him over here, and then he can go back up on the shelf. They're quite recent. That's recent. That's recent. All my stuff's now quite recent. So first off, I guess I bought... So I just gotta organise that, and that. Are there games in here? No, there's not. Is there a game in here? There is not. Can I get... Where's DuckTales? I'm missing a game. That's a bit odd. Okay, anyway, my apologies for that. So I wanted to get a classic Game Boy here. I don't have a classic, when I say classic, DMG, is it? DMG? Yeah. I wanted one here in my house. I don't have one here, mainly because I wanted to do something that I'll show you next. So I picked one off of eBay, which came with 3 games. So I've got one in black. The screen was a little scratched, so I bought a new screen for it and just replaced it so it looks nicer. It's pretty good condition console. I gave it a bit of a clean with like a baby wipe, because they're amazing for actually cleaning stuff. In case you didn't know, because of course they're good for babies, they're good for consoles. So I got that. There wasn't really any damage to it except a few scratches on the screen, and it came with 3 games as well. Very well used, because of course it's one of the most used games on Game Boy. Super Mario Land, which is of course now spare. Small Soldiers, which I'm sorry is terrible, and the very awesome Motocross Maniacs, which I first played in I think it was a 52-in-1 that me and Charlotte used to have, and as this had a copy of that, I was like, hell yeah, I'll get that. So I got those. Where is that? Sorry, I'm a bit confused to where one of my games has gone. And then, that's quite recent, I bought Theatre Rhythm for 3DS. Bought it off Amazon so I could get the stylus with the stickers. So there's that. Then, I suppose shortly after, well, about the same time I bought the Game Boy, I ordered a GB smart card, which Retro Game Tech, Retro Gamer Tech. What is his name? I can't even think of what his name is. Also bought one around the same time I did. I bought this, however, to develop for. So to try and make something on Game Boy, because I think that's quite a cool idea. It's a standard shaped cart, just it's got in it. So it's a fairly standard Game Boy cart. It has got a raised bit at the top here, as you can see there, and a USB on the top. So you can use this for emulation and stuff like that, which is, I think, one of the reasons why Retro Game Tech guy got this. However, I'm hoping to plug it in and try and make something on it. I was intending to do it for the next Live and Dare that's coming up, but I have a feeling that I know so little C++ that I won't be able to do it for Game Boy this time around, and I'll probably just do something in Game Maker. But I do look forward to trying writing something to just show up on my Game Boy screen, so potentially just try and put something on it. So I got that. They're like, I think they're about $44. You buy them from kitschbent.com. They gave me their card even, so you can see all their details there. And they sell things like this. They sell modded things and cases and things like that, just so you can do stuff to DMG Game Boys. So I bought that. Then I got these off a friend. Sonic Unleashed, Alien Syndrome, and I'm sure I've got it, but a promo copy of Bayonetta. I think I've got it somewhere, but I couldn't find it when I had a look. So maybe I just haven't got the disc here. And then I got some Game Boy games from a boot sale. I got another one, I don't know where it's gone. And it's a good game. So I got the 3 of them for £1. They were 50p each, but they took £1, which is good because actually the game that I seem to be missing or have misplaced, I know where it is. I've realised exactly where it is. Mind me while I carefully pull something out. I was thinking, what did I play it on last? And it was this. And I put it away. You'll get to see what it is in a bit. I put it away with it. There it is. You can tell I'm so unprepared. But then I came home from work and I thought, hey, why don't I catch up with my unboxings finally. Okay, so I bought 3 games for £1. I got Tetris because I don't have a copy of Tetris here, and you need a copy of Tetris in every house. Paperboy 2, which is alright, you can play as a girl. And DuckTales! Amazing game. However, it's quite faulty. I had it crash on me, and it took a lot of just turning on, turning off, blowing, doing whatever to try and do it. I think maybe it's just a bit of a dirty cart. It's a bit hard to tell. It's got someone's initials on the back, as has Paperboy. But the 3 for £1, I thought it was okay because I don't have a copy of DuckTales here. I couldn't find it on my list, so I'm not entirely sure if we have a copy. So I picked those up, all for £1. Game boot sale, I picked up 2 Game Boy Advances. I didn't really want them that much, but some stupid woman was like, oh, if you're not going to buy them, I'm going to buy them. And I was like, well, I don't want you to buy them, I want them. So I changed my mind. I definitely would have bought them if they were certain ones. However, they're in quite good nick, so I was okay with it. So they came with 3 games. I'll show the games first. An awesome handmade label, Super Mario Land. Awesome. I love it when kids do that, because me and Charlotte did it for Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 on the Mega Drive. We made our own cover because we bought a copy that didn't have a sleeve, so we made our own cover. And obviously the label maybe came off of this, or maybe a kid peeled it off, so they felt the need to make their own label, so I think that's awesome. And then also it came with a copy of Crash Bandicoot 2. What is it they called it again? Entranced? It's actually really good. I played it for a bit and I quite enjoyed it. In terms of a Crash Bandicoot, it's alright. I mean, it's no Naughty Dog Crash, but it's pretty good. And then a copy of Tekken Advance as well. The lady did think that she had 5 games, however we could only find 3 in her bag, which was a shame. It came with this instead of chargers, which is slightly annoying, which is a Mad Catz docking bit for it. So I guess if I can, that slides off, it just pops in the top, and then you eject it when it's done, and then a DC goes in it. So annoyingly it doesn't have an official DC of any sort. They came with these cute covers on them, and I saw one, well this one had the L on it with a Luigi on it, but this one didn't have one on it, and then I saw this Mario one swinging about in the bag, and I was like, I'm having them because they're cute and they're shells. However, the Mario one slightly broke, so it doesn't actually sit on, whereas Luigi does. So yeah, I paid a £5 for the 2 of these, which is dirt cheap, I suppose. If I take the Luigi case off. So, tribal and a blue. They're both just standard AGS 001s. The tribal one has some slight scratching on it. The blue one, a little bit of scratching on it. However, I realised after getting it and finding this a bit confusing looking on the back, the blue one's actually American. I don't know if this blue came out over here. I know certain blues came out in different places, but I noticed definitely that the back looked a bit different, and then I realised it had a USA code on the back, so AGS-USA. This has AGS-your. But because it has a little sticker on it saying how you should read the instruction books or call this number, and actually really the way that the serials are totally different to each other. As you can see there. They both work really nicely. I think one of them makes, yeah, the A button's a bit sticky on the blue one. But they're both definitely worth £5. So there's those. So not only have I got a Game Boy now, I've got a Game Boy Advance, well 2 Game Boy Advances in this house. And then I suppose, yeah, I went on a bit of a Game Boy rampage. I bought some games. I believe this is China Land or Chinese Land. Bought that off eBay. Then I also bought a copy of Mickey's Dangerous Chase, which I thought, oh, it's Capcom, it must be amazing. I was a little bit disappointed with it. It's no DuckTales, but it's alright. And then that was a penny, that one, with like a pound postage, which is alright. And then I bought an arcade classic for Defender and Joust as well. Picked up a copy of Jurassic Park Operation Genesis, as Charlotte has been looking for a copy of this for ages. This is the Jurassic Park Builder game for Xbox, which is quite rare. I paid £1 for it. The disc is a little bit scratched, but I was quite happy with it because she's been looking for it for a while, and I finally picked up a copy. I picked up a copy of El Shaddai from Cash Generators, is it? Or Cash Converters for $4.99. I was disappointed as I never picked it up in the sales in-game because it went down to a £5. However, I now have my copy for a £5, so I'm happy. It was actually a game version because it's got game barcodes on it, and the disc is mint, so I was happy with that for a £5. Then I picked up this actually quite recently, the Indiana Jones Kung Fu Panda double pack. It has only just got Kung Fu Panda though, but it does have the manual for Indiana Jones, so I'm intending on picking up a disc only off eBay or something like that because it'd probably go pretty cheap. I paid £1 for that as it is, so I thought it was alright. And I'll just get a copy of Lego Indy to go in it. Ooh, try not to make stuff fall over. I'm running out of stuff and try not to do cool stuff. So I didn't do a video for this. If you want a video for this, I can do a video for this. I traded in my 3DS and I bought a red XL. I couldn't help myself. I didn't buy any bundles, but I got myself an XL because it's nice. What a lovely console. Like, this is the biggest I have ever seen a Nintendo game, and it's just lovely. Otherwise, the battery life seems alright. Nice, smooth finish all over the console. Transferred over all my data, so didn't lose my street passes or anything. Got it with the trade-in offer at Game, where you got this, I think, for £80 or £70. Either 70 or £80 if you traded in your 3DS. So my blue one's gone bye-bye, and I've got this. and it's really nice. It's a bit bigger though, so it doesn't fit in my case that I used to use. It fits in my Vita case, however my Vita case is for my Vita, so I have to get a new case for this, but something nice and kind of personal. So yeah, I got myself a red 3DS XL. I popped to a few charity shops the other day, picked up some games. I got Rayman Jr. Level 2, which is maths and reading, for $1.99 as you can see. These only come in value series though, but I hadn't seen one. Well, I've seen them before, but not that much, so I thought I'd pick that up. And then I also got a copy of E.T. the Extraterrestrial, the 20th anniversary, which I hadn't actually really seen a copy of before. And they were both complete and they were both £2 each, so I wasn't going to argue with that. It's actually called Interplanetary Mission. There you go, it's got it on the side. They just didn't put it on the front for some reason. So yeah, I've got that. I'm kind of leaving my favourite things for last. I popped Sainsbury's, not yesterday, the day before, because I heard they had cheap games, so I had to go there. And my Sainsbury's is just down the road. So didn't necessarily need it, but it was quite cheap. So I got a copy of Mario Sports Mix for £5, which was really good. It was labelled up. All the prices were wrong on the games. None of them had the cheap prices, however they were what the people said they were on Hot Deals. So this one was a £5. I picked up a copy of Super Mario Galaxy 2. Unfortunately, they did not have any copies left, and I wanted a copy for £10, but I didn't get it. I got Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story. So I've been trying to get the Mario and Luigi RPGs for ages. This was £8. I was quite happy with paying £8 because usually they're about £20. It was priced up, I think, at 25. So yeah, I got that. And then this was one of the main ones I wanted to go down and hope they had, and that was Donkey Kong Country for Donkey Kong Country Returns, even, sorry, for £10. The woman at the front desk was like, "This says it's £35." I was like, "Can you see if it's £10?" And she was like, "It's a Wii game. It's not going to be £10." It's like, what? Wii games aren't that expensive, especially now. Now that the Wii's been out for maybe 4 years. No, 3 years. 3 years? No, yeah, it came out in 2006. Jeez, nah, it can't be that old, can it? Really? Oh, I don't know. I'm going crazy. So Donkey Kong Country Returns for a £10. That was really good. I was happy with that. I got my Double Fine stuff. So lots of people, of course, backed the lovely Tim Schafer and his studio for the Double Fine adventure. I got my bits and bobs. I don't really think I need to do a separate video for this, because I'm sure there's tons of them as it is. However, if someone really wants it... Oh wait, Charlotte said it should be able to just slide out. Nope. Push out. So the problem I've got with my poster is the tube has been kind of hurt on both sides, so it's really hard to get the poster out. So I did one of their fairly expensive ones. I did one of their backs that sold out. I didn't upgrade though for the physical book. I kind of wish I did, but it was a hell of a lot of money, so I didn't. So it all came in a poster tube, and I got my lovely Double Fine Adventure backer t-shirt, which I think I'll be wearing, I guess. It's a cool t-shirt. It says backer, yeah, it says backer on the back. So there's that Double Fine Adventure. Well, actually it just says Adventure, but it's got two-headed baby and it says backer on the back. Ooh. Which also came with, that wasn't detailed at any point, a sticker and a pin slash badge, however you want to call it. As well as, what was this? Oh, this is advertising Fan Gamer? Yeah, Fan Gamer, the people that made them for them. So it's like, greetings, please find the following enclosed. So again, that's really cute. And then it's got a sticker and a pin. So those were totally unexpected, although Charlotte ruined it by telling me before I opened it. She was like, oh yeah, and there's this in it. I was like, oh, okay. I didn't get to find out, unlike you who did. And then I went for the signed poster. So the signed poster sold out. So as you can see, if I try and pull it round and not hurt it, you got Scott C, Tim Schafer at the bottom, some other signatures. Not a huge amount, but it's signed. It's a really nice quality poster as well. So there's that, which I of course paid for quite some time ago, but then only just got it. And then this is my last thing. Hopefully this video is not too long. So after buying the Game Boy, I kind of started getting addicted to looking at Game Boys and splashed out on one. So I splashed out on a Famitsu Game Boy Pocket. Sadly not the Game Boy Light version of the Famitsu, well, the Famitsu limited edition, which is of course a hell of a lot rarer. It came in a plastic kind of moulding case with a little girl on it, and it's a Game Boy Light as well. So this, the writing of course doesn't make sense. The spirit of want to make, yeah, makes sense. And yeah, so it's all pretty much mint. I paid about 60 quid for it, which is a fair amount for a Game Boy. But I was watching, the reason was I was watching one on eBay and it was boxed and everything. However, it didn't have everything. It had an instruction book, so it had that, but it didn't have this or this or this. So I decided to go for the one that was slightly more expensive. However, I'm happy with buying the slightly more expensive one because now it means I have the stuff that came with it. So the serials match up, which is always the best thing. So the serials on the back and the serial on the instruction book match. And yeah, it's just a really nice Game Boy file. There we go. Game Boy. So the main reason I wanted to buy this was the awesome different font. So I thought that was really, really nice. And it's a skeleton one. And of course this here. Famitsu, is that 1997 Model F? Yep. So it's just like the kind of the cuter things that have made it its own thing. It's a lovely piece of machinery. Lovely. The only issue is, of course, if this gets scratched, then it's pretty much screwed. But it's in pretty good nick. Like, I was quite tempted by the Astro Boy Game Boy Lights. However, I didn't think I had enough for that. Can I play Mario backwards? I don't think I can do this. Maybe I can. But yeah, it's got a lovely screen. I couldn't help myself. That. I didn't have to do that. Yeah, so I decided to get this because it's lovely. It's a lovely piece of machinery. And maybe I'll get the Famitsu Game Boy Light at some other point. So yeah, that's all I've kind of bought recently. My apologies, this is probably quite a long video, yeah, fairly long. I bought a lot of stuff. I showed some consoles. If anyone wants any more detailed unboxing to show and stuff, I don't think you really need them though. But if you do, just tell me and I can do it. There's a few games coming out soon that I've ordered. I'll have the Hitman Absolution Deluxe Professional Edition. Mr. Pandaria, although I probably won't be playing it. But I can't not get a WoW collection now because I've gotten so many, except for the first one. Because I just bought a standard version of that when it came out. I've got Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch Edition, Wizards Edition, whatever it's called, it's not until January. There's Borderlands 2 Ultimate Loot Chest. I think that's what I've got on pre-order at the moment, so you'll see unboxings of those when they come out. As well as I've got to do that one for that Epic Mickey collection as well. And otherwise I think that's about it. I probably should do a competition for that at some point. So yeah, I will see you for my next video. Bye.